Hey everybody, it's Matt and welcome to Let Me Share a Thought with you. Today I am doing my monthly chart for the month of November. Today is Halloween, October 31st, 2016. You can probably hear in my voice I've had a cold for a couple weeks and bronchitis and so on and so forth. So sorry I haven't had a chance to make but one video last month. Hope everybody had a good month and won a bunch of money. I haven't even had a chance to respond to comments and emails, so my apologies. But anyway, let's get on with November. Hopefully this is going to be a good month. Hopefully I'll get an opportunity to put some more videos out. I'm doing a little bit different today than I normally do on the monthlies. I'm actually doing a monthly pick 4 in addition to the pick 3, so be sure to watch all the way through. We're going to start with the pick 3 chart. This month is November, so I used 11 of 16. I always use the 317 for my charts. Adding 3 down the first column, 1 down the second column, 7 down the third column. I've got picks on the next page, but I always try to leave the first page blank as far as numbers that I like, so that you guys can screenshot and pick your own numbers. More than welcome to use mine if you'd like, but I encourage everybody to pick your own numbers. Because the majority of the numbers for the month will come from this chart, and I'm not by any means going to say that I can pick them all, but hopefully I'll pick some good ones for you, and hopefully everybody can win some money this month. So here is the monthly chart, and I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm going to move on to show you the picks so that I can get to the pick 4s as well. So screenshot it. Here it is, the monthly chart for November 2016. And I'll come back to this in just a second. But alright, so let's move on here. The picks that I have come up with for November. On the mixed numbers, I like 829, I like 147, 095, 213, 802, 237, and 413. On the doubles this month, I like 343, 454, 882, 474, 929, 323, and 899. On the triples, I like the 1s, 6s, 7s, 8s, and 3s. The 1s and 6s are mirrors of each other. The 8s and 3s are mirrors of each other. And the 7s are due everywhere. So hopefully we'll see some of these this month. I did shorten up the amount of picks that I did each month, or for this month rather, so that if you want to play these numbers, like that's what I plan on doing this month, instead of playing a whole lot of daily charts. I'll still do my daily charts, but I'm going to play more of these numbers because I've had a pretty good amount of success over the last few months with these numbers hitting where I live here in North Carolina and also in South Carolina. Not every one of these numbers hits every month, but I figure if I can get 3 or 4 or 5 out of the 20 that I picked here, I'm gonna be moving ahead. So anyway, that's my picks. Here's the chart once again, so you can see where I got those from. Anyway, all right, so let's move on. I'm kind of excited about the pick 4. Now the pick 4 chart is going to look a little different. Same concept. But what I did is I used the quad 7777 instead of what I used like on the pick 3. I used 317. And the reason I did this is because of the date number. I used 1116 for November 2016. I circled the 6s on the pick 3 and the pick 4 chart, just using 6 as my date numbers. Because I generally that's how I do on the daily charts as well, with the dates and so forth. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you go back and watch some of my other tutorial videos, I think I do a better job explaining it than I'm doing this morning. So anyway, let's look at the pick 4 chart. With the 777, I'm going to show you in just a second, an example from here in North Carolina. But you basically just add 7s down each column, which is why you have, with 1116, you got triples all the way down. And then, the third, fourth column here is going to be, 7 plus 6 is 13, 20, 27, so forth. So, and again, I use the 6s as my date numbers. the numbers that I like, these are my pick fours for the month. And again, look at the chart, screenshot it, pick your own numbers. You can use mine, you're more than welcome to, but I always encourage everybody to pick your own numbers as well. So I like 59-23, which is here and here. 22-59, which is kind of a combination of all of these. 43-70, it's all in between all five of the sixes rather. 49-26. It's right in here. 92-16, same thing. It's also here at the bottom. And then 54-97 is here and here. And then 68-13, 68-13. So what I wanted to show you guys too is like on the month of October is, kind of where I started, following this and trying to, make it work or see what worked, what combination. The 777 seemed to be pretty accurate. What I did is I wrote down the first 34 draws of the month. That's night and day. So that's the first 17 days of October. When I was going through looking at different combinations of the formula, that's why 777 was my go-to. And this is my little scratch sheet. So pardon me for the scribbles. This is a 4, 1, 8, 5, 2, 9. But if you take note over here, these are the first 34 pick four numbers to come out in North Carolina this month, and 28 out of 34 of those were on this chart, directly around or involving the date number 6. So we'll see how it works out in November. Hopefully it's going to be a good month, and hopefully some of those numbers will pop out and somebody win some money. But as you can see, over here the X's are the ones that were not on the chart, and all the check marks were actually on the chart. The order is going to be a little tricky, as far as getting them in the exact order, But, and like in North Carolina, if you play $1 any order and the number comes out 5137, 4 different numbers, that's $200 that you win. 50 cents is $100. On a number like this, like the 1661, that's a $200 hit on 50 cents or 400 on a dollar. So, most of the time when I play the pick fours, I play them any order, 50 cents at a time. But, in order to hit the big money, the 5,000, 2,500, depending on what your state does, some states have a progressive where it actually goes above that. But, if you get them in exact order, you can really bank some money on this stuff. So, just wanted to show you, this is October anyway, and more than welcome to fact check me on this. Go back and look at the North Carolina site and look at the history of the numbers. These are the numbers in order from the start to the 17th, and they're all there. So, or not all, but 28 out of 34. That's a pretty good percentage. So I like that. And I've been trying to work on some monthly pick fours and working on the pick 5 and the pick 2 as well. We don't really have those here in North Carolina, so it's a little bit, new to me. So I'm still working on that and hang in there. But anyway, I hope this stuff helps everybody. Here's the pick 4s again. And here are the pick 3s that I like for the month. And the pick 3 chart. So good luck to everybody. Hope November's good to you. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. And hopefully we'll get through this crazy election and everybody can start talking about positive things again, like winning money on the lottery. And anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoy the videos. Share it with a friend. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're up to 2,000 subscribers now, and there's a lot of interest, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. There is a button on the homepage to support the channel if you choose to do so. And continue to leave me your comments. I promise I'll do a better job in the month of November getting back to you guys and responding to comments and emails. And that's about it for today. All right. Well, you guys, good luck this month, and be sure to let me know when you win. We'll see you next time.